I've waited my whole life for this. I am going to bring TikTok back.
Yes.
Dead and alive. With his testicles in my hands. Now bring a car. I will go and I will tear his family up. I will do it to his wife and give her blood infection, sir. I will do whatever it takes to make you happy. I'm going to bring back his testicles in your car, sir. Your car and his boss, dead or alive.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Alright, so I'm editing and I'm editing some game footage and all that kind of good stuff. But hey, how are you? And how's your day? I was talking with a young lady today and I noticed that she had like a keychain, a cute little keychain, and I was like, oh, the little sucker looks adorable. And she happened to have or I asked her what it was, and she was like, it's a hacipupu. And I didn't recognize what she was saying at first, but then when she let me know what she was saying, I looked at the tags and found the spelling, and it's a hacipupu. Hacipupu. And she told me it's at a Pop Mart store. So I was like, for real, for real. So what's a hacipupu? And now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, yeah, they are pretty adorable. She said when she think about these, she thinks about trolls. Now, trolls were a hot commodity back in the day, like in the 80s, 90s. I think in the 80s. And hold on. So here are the trolls. Now, trolls, man, they were like a collector's item. You know, they had cartoons. They had, you know, had their own brand and cartoons, toon movies, all that kind of good stuff. And she said that this is what the hacipupu reminded her of. But I told her the hacipupu reminded me of the manchichi. These were the manchichi. Now, some of you might know what these are. Some of you might not. But like in the 80s, this is what I remember seeing the most. Is folks would put their thumbs in the manchichi mouth. Adorable, right? I remember those tails. And they were collector items as well. So, I don't know. If you're ever thinking of a nice gift to give to someone, and you notice that they don't have these, then check them out. All three. The trolls, the manchichi, and the hacipupu. You see, let's check out the images on the trolls. Yeah, see, check out these trolls. You know, you can go out and get the videos and give those as gifts. Now, see, this is what I remember is these little naked bodies. You can change their clothes around. You know, they came in different sizes, different colors, the hairs, you know, different colors, things like that. But very marketable brands. They had trolls that you can put on your pencil tops or pen tops. You know, like your eraser on your pencils, or put them on your pen tops. You know, pen caps. Look at this one with the snorkels. The snorkel. That's cute. They had one with a guitar. They held a guitar. Things like that. But here's the hacipupu. Keychains. Hey, what's this hacipupu Virgo? I'm a Virgo. What is that? Oh, they come in zodiac signs. So look at these. These are some great little gifts that you can give. Now, mind you, for adults, adults giving these to adults, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Go right ahead. But, hold on, let me back that up too. Okay, folks, I'm showing you 3 toys, and I'm talking about, suggesting, not talking about, but I'm suggesting that you can give them as gifts, but really do your research. Find out the background stories of the creators of these toys. Find out, all the information that you can about these toys. Because for one, they're targeted for a certain audience. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to buy people everything. You know what I'm saying? You can grab a piece of paper and a pencil and draw these things and paint them and color them or whatever and give them as gifts. You don't have to be that type of consumer where you go out and buy other people's trash and give it as a gift. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to go all out and do all that. Alright, now I have time to really put my thoughts into this and give some perspective and all that. So really do your research. The thing with this channel is about growth. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one type of shit or type of thing. So it's like I'm suggesting these things, but at the same time, I'm flipping the coin and I'm giving you some thought on this. I'm giving you a seed that you can really let grow inside of your essence, and you know what I'm saying, question what I'm talking about, do your own research, find an opinion that you're comfortable with, and share your opinion with other people, because you never know when you're helping someone, and it's fucked up to be the type of person that that feels alone in a crowded room. Alright? So, that's my disclaimer. I'm not the smartest person in the world, nor am I the dumbest. I do my research on shit. Not every time, because I don't trust all the information that is out there, because, people with the power and making the rules and all that, they don't want us to know shit or to learn shit. So they're going to put some kind of distraction, so that way we're not being intelligent and we don't know the history on shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like these toys could be made by ancestors, like slave owners, you know what I'm saying? The kids that come from slave owners, or somebody who don't like you, you know what I'm saying? Companies that just want to feed off of you, things like that. So that's why I say, hey, I'm melanated, so I'm a melanin person, and it means I'm brown, I'm American, and there's a lot of other words that describe me, but I'm trying to give you an overall view that, my history, my forefathers, my great-great-grandparents should have been slaves, should have gone through the struggle. So, it's like to make them proud. I don't want to sit back and be a complete dumbass my whole life, and I don't want somebody else to be a dumbass either. And I don't want to sit back and support, the bullshit, the things that I had to unthink. Like, you got some people that don't like me and the folks who look like me, and who knows, they might put something in the color dyes or something in the fabric of these toys that give somebody like me, a slow death. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy world out here. We just don't know. There's toxins out there. You know what I'm saying? Put your hands on something, but yet under ultraviolet light or a black lamp, you see something, that's on your fingers when you touch it, and it leaves traces of whatever's on that toy, on the shit that you touch around the house. You get your family sick, get your friends sick, get your kids sick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm suggesting something nice to do, something that may seem so innocent, but then, I'm flipping the coin because, these people who are selling shit, they're like, haha, gotcha. And then boom, people like me are dying slowly. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Here's something else that I'm going to be diving into. It's, have you seen ridiculousness? Well, Sterling, he has this wine and weed podcast, and I'm gonna check that out. I want to see what type of topics they talk about, because when he was on the ridiculousness show, he mentioned that they sit down, they smoke, they sip, and they talk about all kind of different things. So I want to find out what those different things is that they're talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm just trying to help, folks. I'm just trying to help. And I think that's what we should do when we get the chance, is help each other out, because it's really important, and not enough people are doing it. When you have something to give, or when you have something, it is crazy that some people will rob you. Some people will hurt you for what you have so that they could have it for themselves. And it's scary that that's the way life is, and that's the shit that's going on. And so when you do have something that you can give that's not going to hurt anybody, you should share it with folks. You know what I mean? But be accountable for your involvement in someone else's life. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's why this video has stretched on longer than what it should be, because I want to make sure that you understand that I'm not just trying to get you to go out and buy some shit just to be doing something, but I want you to be careful and be mindful of what you're doing, so that you're not hurting anybody, because somebody will be quick to say, you made me this or you made me that. And it's like, man, can't nobody make you do something. Even with a gun up to your head, you got a choice. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're getting tortured, you have a choice. Even though I don't like pain, if somebody's threatening to pull my fingernail out, I'm like, look, come on, G. What is it that you want to know? I don't want to go through the pain, man. I don't want to go through the pain. So, it's a choice. But for real, I'm going to get off of here. And hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good morning. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about these toys. What do you think about doing research on items before you just try and give it to somebody else, thinking you're doing something innocent, not knowing that you're providing a greater service to these companies who want your money. They want your life. You know what I'm saying? They want you to worship these things, and they want you to make other people worship these things You know what I'm saying? They want you to make other people, you know, buy these items. You know what I mean? It's a crazy, it's a crazy world that we live in. So be accountable for what's going on. But yeah, as far as communicating with me, I want to know what's in your head when it comes down to this topic. You know what I'm saying? To me, this is therapeutic. And yeah, I would love to get feedback. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I know that I'm doing a service to the world by putting it out here. And as long as YouTube will allow me to post shit on here, I'm going to do it. Here's a selfish plug. This is my other channel. It's for gaming, that Podrey Smurf. And this channel right here is for folks. It's for me to show my view of what I think beauty is. Meaning, I take pictures and videos of female that I think are good looking, and I put it with music and make a video and post it. So this is a channel where I do that at. And if you come to this channel, Growing with Podrey, all you gotta do is hit those links down there, and boom, you get right on there. I want to make up another channel dealing with spinal cord injuries, disabilities, more motivation, another way of looking at life. You know, coming from somebody with a disability. You know, on this channel, don't nobody really know about my disability. You gotta really check out my videos and keep in tune. You know what I'm saying? I may not mention my disabilities or anything for a while now, but I am in this video. And if you didn't watch this video, or only people who watch this video will know about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about watching videos. You can miss on a lot. And I know that because there's another YouTuber that I watched her video, and I found out some things that I had missed because I hadn't watched her content in a long time. And I was like, gosh, you know, I got missed out on a lot. And boom, I'm telling you the same thing. You never know how many videos I might post a day. And I don't want you to miss out. So anyway, I'm about to end this video. You take care. Peace.